Welcome, everyone, to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torin.
Yo.
We have a great show for everyone this week. We're going to be talking about the Alien franchise, all the Alien movies. Talking about how they suck, and also how they're very good, including Alien Romulus. We're going to do like a whole, discussion on Alien Romulus. We're probably not going to do no spoilers, by the way, so, spoilers ahead. But we also have the news of the week. Time codes will be in the description or the show notes if you want to jump around. And with that, let's just get right into the news. Starting off with some Star Wars news. Sigourney Weaver, on brand for today. Sigourney Weaver confirmed that she will star in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. In what role, we don't know. But Sigourney Weaver in Star Wars is pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully they don't waste her like they did in The Defenders.
I was just thinking that, dude.
Insane. How do you get Sigourney Weaver, who is notoriously picky about the projects she chooses, and then just do nothing with her? Insane. And of course, if you've been living under a rock, next piece of news, The Acolyte has been canceled by Disney after one season. It is important to note that technically it's not like official, but it might as well be official, because Disney themselves hasn't said anything. But everyone else pretty much has. The stars have acknowledged it, and I was gonna go on like, I don't want to say a rant, but I'm just fucking tired, bro. Just recently, I'll even touch on this when we get into the Alien discussion. I'm fucking tired. I'm so exhausted. I crashed out the other day because I can't go anywhere on the internet without everything and anything just getting shit on. No matter what, I'm exhausted. But with The Acolyte, I really enjoyed The Acolyte. What frustrates me the most, I think, it's two things. Number one, this just gives credence to the bigots and shit that have been against this show and just Disney Star Wars in general since day one. Canceling it just gives them ammo, makes them feel like they won, and that sucks on its own. And two, I really hate that we're in this era of television where nothing is allowed room to breathe and nothing is allowed the space to grow. We see it time and time and again with classic shows that are beloved nowadays. A lot of the times their first seasons are really rocky and just are generally not that great. The Office, Parks and Rec, I would even argue Breaking Bad. Like a lot of the times it's a really slow and rocky start and they don't find their footing until that second season. But if we just cancel shows after one season, we're never going to see that potential that could be fulfilled. But when it comes to The Acolyte, I enjoyed it. It wasn't what I necessarily wanted going into it. I thought it was good, not great. Despite, it having like 3 like really, really incredible episodes. The rest of it sort of felt lackluster to me, which is unfortunate. But what wasn't, lackluster was the action, which was stellar. Some of the best we've seen in Star Wars in a long, long time, at least for lightsabers. It was building up to a very, very, very interesting season 2. And now we're not going to see that. There's reports of like low viewership and stuff, but it's like low viewership in comparison to like other massive shows. When it comes to other shows that would get the green light for a second season, it passed those metrics. In a lot of areas, it surpassed viewership for things like Andor and Ahsoka, which is getting a second season. I think what also got a bunch of low viewership is Andor, because a lot of things were going against that too, specifically it being a character from a movie that people like, but not a lot of people are interested in a Cassian Andor solo series. Obviously, it ended up being one of the best things Star Wars has ever put out, but the numbers for season 2 are definitely going to be a lot greater because of that word of mouth. But the viewership in season 1 was pretty fucking low, and that's getting a second season. But I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that the only reason Andor is getting a second season is because they greenlit and started producing the second season before season 1 even came out, and the Acolyte did not get that privilege. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of factors into a lot of this. I don't feel like making it a whole big discussion right now because I'm tired of the internet. I'm tired. So that's all I'll say on it. But yeah, this sucks because the Acolyte, it could have been something really great. It's not completely over yet. A lot of the some of the stars and creatives behind these scenes are still working to get the show back, but that's not a guarantee. I imagine because of where the show ended, Star Wars isn't like a universe where like if something gets it's all of a sudden like not canon. So it is canon, so the storylines left, particularly with a couple characters, I imagine will get fleshed out at some point in some other series if it doesn't ever come back. But anyway, moving on to some DC news. This is according to Puck News. A game set in the Batman universe is reportedly in the works. Are you ready for more peak?
Yes.
Oh, peak.
So someone said that it was that rumor was not real.
Yes, I did see that, but you never know. Hopefully it's true, though. If it is, I imagine if it's not going to be like an Arkham game, and people are going to be mad about it for no reason. But this is according to Games Radar. This is kind of unfortunate, but understandable, I guess. Apparently, Robert Pattinson's Batman will not appear in The Penguin. One of the creatives said, quote, Matt's films are through the lens of the Batman, so you're high up looking down the city. With Oz, you're in the city streets, you're in the grid. It's a different experience. Now,
makes sense.
It does make sense. I'm willing to bet he still shows up, though. Just at the end, and it's just
I feel like he still shows up in some capacity. Or it may not be the Batman, but it's Bruce Wayne,
You're right, you're right.
Gotta get a little bit more of that Bruce Wayne action before the Batman, too. So
yeah, coming 2028.
Yeah, I know, right?
Moving on to some Marvel news. This is according to Daniel RPK. Tony Dalton will reportedly return as Swordsman in Daredevil Born Again. This is fucking sick. I'm very excited for that. Imagine Lalo and Born Again, bro.
Crazy.
He was so fun in Hawkeye, so I'm very I'd love to see him again in the MCU. And it being in Daredevil Born Again just makes that even better. But
the show is so stacked, bro.
It's so stacked. I'm so excited. I'm rewatching Daredevil right now. It's so good. Even season 2, despite its flaws. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Very exciting news. James Spader will return as Ultron in the Vision series.
Fuck yes. Finally, dude. Jesus.
Took him long enough.
I know, right?
Considering it's a show, I imagine, I don't know in what capacity it'll be in, but James Spader is back, which is awesome.
He needs to be in that show like every single second, bro.
Then it's not a Vision show.
I don't give a fuck.
My guess, it's a voice in Vision's head, and it's like him being White Vision, unlock the Ultron inside of, I don't know.
we need Ultron back, just
fully. And according to Deadline, adding to that, Elizabeth Olsen may also possibly return as Scarlet Witch in the Vision series, which is aiming for a 2026 release. Awesome. The reverse WandaVision.
Yes.
I wonder if they're going to keep the Vision Quest name. It does seem like they dropped it. I imagine it's either they're no longer going with the Vision Quest style storyline, and that's why they dropped it, or they're just streamlining the name. I don't know. But this is according to Daniel RPK. Tori, are you ready for the most depressing thing you've ever heard?
What?
This is according to Daniel RPK. He said on his Patreon, he said, quote, as expected, Spider-Man 4 will now film next year and is slated to release on July 2026 between Doomsday and Secret Wars, meaning that, yes, this is very likely going to be another multiverse movie.
God, they're so fucking stupid, bro. They're so fucking stupid.
We lost!
God, dude, I just...
apparently they're saving the Kingpin, all the ground level stuff for the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, the next Spider-Man movie that's gonna come out in 2030. Get the fuck out of here.
I hate it here, bro. I pray that this isn't true. Daniel RPK, he has like somewhere like around a 70% accuracy rating. So I mean, it's not looking good, but I mean, it could still possibly be wrong. Please, God, please, Marvel Jesus, if you can hear me, please
Deadpool, stop this shit right now.
go to Sony's headquarters and just slap the shit out of what's his name? I forgot the CEO's name. Tom Rothman, or was that Fox? I don't remember.
Fucking multiple people, one person. I don't give a fuck. Just make this shit stop. I can't do this shit no more.
I'm tired, bro. And a lot of people are like, oh, but you know, recently Spider-Man has become a multiversal character, and he's been so since like the 90s, and he's like a mainstay character, and it's, you know, it makes a lot of sense for him to have more multiverse storylines. And the multiverse storylines aren't bad. Like, obviously the Spider-Verse movies are fucking phenomenal, but I want just grounded level for once. Yeah,
I know. Like it is the perfect opportunity to make sure that Spider-Man is a solo hero, like in this like state, and then it's like, yo, yeah, we're making him a solo hero. He doesn't know the Avenger, or the Avengers don't really know Peter Parker and stuff like that. Oh, let's put him right back into like a fucking multiverse story like setting where he's got to team up again and get his identity like out there in some sort of way. Fucking dumb as hell.
I swear to God, if they bring back Toby and Andrew again, man, I don't... Just let him have his own thing. Like, we haven't truly had a grounded non-multiverse story since Homecoming.
Yeah.
Because even though Far From Home wasn't technically multiverse, they dabbled in its concepts, I guess. Sony... And like, we know from past rumors that it is Sony, and like I still see people like, oh, but why are people acting like Spider-Man would be better in the hands of Marvel? The writing's on the wall, bro. Shit's ridiculous. Anyway, that's it for the news of the week. Which means it's time to move on to our topic, which is the Alien movies. Now, do you want to do this in release order, timeline order? What are we thinking?
I mean, what do you feel like doing?
I think if we do release order, it would leave Romulus for last, which I think makes sense. So,
all right,
let's start with Alien, original Alien. Cheeks.
The more I think about it, the more I like it.
Nah, more I think about it, the more I hate that shit. Awful.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just
kidding.
About to say something really fucking mean there too.
Oh man. I will say though, these Alien fans aren't making it easy to like that fucking movie.
Honestly, I don't even look at like Twitter when it comes to like Reddit content. I'm on the subreddit because they just like, and then again, I'm also like peeking at like certain stuff. And
I'm on
like,
Reddit too. That's where I'm seeing the purest shit. I mean, I'm seeing it everywhere, but
I mean like. Then I'm looking at like just very like specific things in regards to like Alien. I'm not like looking through like anything like that. Like so far,
I'm not trying to. The shit just pops up.
Hey, bro, that's all you, little bro.
I love the algorithm.
Yeah, I know, right? For me, I'm seeing like a lot more like chill stuff. I'm seeing like people like create stuff and like they're just having discussions. That's all I've been seeing.
Must be nice.
But Alien, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like, and I think it's because like also the future movies come into play, and it's like making everything like come together in some sort of way. But Alien, I like the concept. I like how it's very mysterious at the beginning. You know, they go to LV 426. They see what we don't even know yet, but they see the giant space jockey in the chair, and they see this like really derelict ship. It is so fucking cool. Like that set design is crazy, especially in something like in that day and age. Holy hell. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it adds a lot of this mystery and intrigue to this universe.
Yeah.
The whole idea that the universe, you know, is like old and lived in, and like we're jumping into like the middle of this universe. You know, Ridley Scott was inspired by Star Wars, which was really the first sci-fi fantasy space whatever to have a universe that felt lived in off rip. And he took that, he ran with it, because, yeah, especially with that space jockey, it's like, what is this?
Yeah. And, you know, of course, you have like, you know, you just see like this mysterious thing. And like, obviously, like, I think they explain it in the movie, or there's like some like little stuff in the movie. But like, I also forget that this takes place like 100 years, like into like 2000s. This is like 2122, I believe. So
yeah, 21 something.
Yeah, and they're in this ship, and of course, you know, you always got to have the guy, the guy that looks after everything, because you know they also split up. They're like, oh yeah, check out the ship to see like what's going on. And of course, you know, this guy sees like this egg little thing. And obviously, you got to have somebody put their face into it. Fucking facehugger comes out. But I love the fact that like, it goes onto his face and then it just cuts.
Yeah, it clamps on just completely. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Because, you know, obviously, you know, like a first thought would be like, oh, he has a helmet. It's going to slip right off. Hell no. It's aggressive. As aggressive as fuck. And... you know, obviously that thing's just stuck on there for like, you know, a couple of hours. I want to get into this like actually like later on to the other movies. But yeah, it stays on there for a couple of hours. They're testing it, and like they figure out that the acid's like blood, or the blood's acid. And dude, like the prosthetic on the face hugger at the time too. Holy shit!
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Fucking crazy. And the way they use the blood, acid blood, so cool. Like I think I'm just more impressed by the set design of this movie more than anything too. Like, I mean, regardless of to the actual mystery and the horror elements and horror sci-fi, I just really like how everything looks. Everything looks very pristine for that time, you know.
Yeah, it's even though when I talked about it, I was like, it is of the time, still of the time, it's impressive.
Yeah,
in some most aspects. We will talk about the head.
The head.
Yeah, Ian Holm. What, Ash? That's his name, right?
Oh yeah,
his head severed, and it's like clearly a dummy.
Yeah, for sure.
Which it's fine because it's of the time, but like. I was like, what you call it? Yeah, so obviously, you know, the face hugger pops off of Kane's face, and you know, just Kane's alive, and everyone's like, oh my god, like you're alive, like what's attached to your face? And the face hugger is like dead. It already needed what it needed to do. You know, they're all having dinner or they're having lunch or whatever. And then, like, bro just starts freaking out. He starts seizing, and then, bam, that pop of his chest, bro. That shit was crazy. And the way the close-ups and how the thing just comes out, bro. And just little baby. I love the little guy so much.
Little baby xenomorph just like
he's just like
pops
and
out.
Then he just skitters.
I know, he just goes off.
I love it. It looks so goofy. It's adorable.
Yeah. Reminds me of Jason from Smiling Friends.
That's crazy.
Freaking the xenomorph is he after like the egg is in there. You know why I had to punish you, right?
He'd say, "What I have to punish you?"
But
Cause I bit you.
yeah, that bitch. I popped out your chest. Oh, but you want to know what's crazy? Like I know, like I think the first guy that dies, I forgot his name. Well, after Kane, but I know that I know they're searching for it. Using the trackers and everything. I think the first guy who dies, he dies in like this like little machine factory type of part of the ship where it's like all raining and everything. And then like you see like, oh, I fucking like I love Jonesy, bro. I love that cat. Cat's so adorable.
Yeah, from Fortnite.
So chunky, so chunky. And basically, yeah, one of the guys, he's in the machine part of the ship, and he's like just wandering around. But there's so much tension to where I just hate it. I hate just like, I mean, it's magnificent, but like when it comes to tension in like horror movies, it gets too much for me. I'm just like, damn, I'm getting really anxious. But you know, obviously you get jump scared. The guy gets jump scared by Jonesy, and then you see the alien pop up and it just grabs him up, dude, and you hearing his screams, and it's like cutting on to Jonesy, bro. Oh my god, that was such a crazy scene. But and then one of the next kills that I like about this movie was one of the guys is like in the tunnel and they're using the tracker and I'm like, oh my god, he's getting closer, and it cuts to the fucking xenomorph just jump scare and it fucking goes to static. Holy shit, that was such a fucking awesome kill too. Like legit great jump scare of this stuff. But yeah.
I thought the film was just okay.
You thought it was just okay?
I didn't find it very tense. But again, it's like I forgot what movie I was talking about. It's just like this movie is the blueprint. Like I like just fully acknowledgement. Like I'm not gonna like disrespect this movie or like not respect it because like for what it is and what it did for sci-fi, hell, even slasher movies. Like this movie is iconic for so many reasons, but it is of the time. I didn't find it scary. I felt it was very slow and boring, but not in like a I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely understand what you're saying.
And something that is not the fault of this film or the franchise in general, I guess. And which is why I think I liked certain aspects of the other films more, which I'll get more into specifics when we get to them. But the xenomorph is such a staple and such an iconic part of pop culture. I've seen it so many times in so many mediums and in games, parodies, whatever, that the alien isn't scary to me whatsoever. Like I find the alien cool, but I don't find it scary or I don't know if intimidating is the right word because obviously it's extremely capable.
Like you don't find it like of course like threatening to you.
Yeah. Obviously, in a real life situation, I'd be like, "Fuck this," but like in the movie, I'm just like, "That's the xenomorph."
If I saw it in real life, I'd just kill myself, bro. I'm not dealing with that right now.
Fucking out of there. I'm not getting incubated.
I definitely agree. I think just looking at it and like as a whole, like it's not a scary thing, but I think it's the way how you incorporate the xenomorph into the story that makes the stakes higher. And I think in this movie, since you have that somewhat that mystery and that tension, I think that like also just makes the presence of the xenomorph much more like, you know, like eerie in a sense. And like I said, and it's a way they're showcasing it because, you know, the first two kills, or one of them was like a complete like it's kind of like catch you off guard, and then the second one was like it caught you off guard, but like it was a jump scare type of thing. Also, when it comes to like the more final kills in the movie, you know, like it's like, you know, you're seeing more of its capabilities. You know, it's like, oh yeah, this person's like walking, and then it's like uses like the little second mouth to like, you know, puncture holes and kill all the rest of the crew or whatever. And so yeah, I think that's why I think in this movie I like how the xenomorph is displayed. Let me finish up my thing of Alien, but also I like the fact that, you know, like Ash is an op. You know, he's talking to Mother, and he wants the xenomorph back for reasons that we'll explain later on. But you know, Ash is a little op, little android.
I wonder if that was like a big twist at the time.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was,
because I was because I saw him and I was like, oh, that's a robot.
Yeah,
because again, because the franchise is so ingrained in pop culture, I know robots are a big part of this franchise.
Yeah,
so I was like,
sure.
It's a robot.
and so like it was also a thing too where like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure it is a big part of the franchise, because like, you know, you have this person that's like, they're like saying like, Mother, like do this and do that, and people are like, what the fuck is happening? And then like when he gets like taken apart, you see like all this like fucking this blood that's like white and like
it's milk basically.
Yeah, milky boy.
I think I could be wrong, but I think it actually was milk that they used back then.
Were you getting thirsty in that scene? Did you want to drink it?
Hell no. I bet that shit smelled awful.
I know you're a milk boy.
I am a milk boy. I do love milk. I love a good glass of milk, although I haven't had milk in a while. Damn. Fatty.
But still, it's okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a big twist at the time.
Oh, but yeah, I was going to say that what an interesting way to go for a robot. Instead of just doing the standard mechanical bits, it's actually like it's milky, and it's like weirdly fleshy and gangly. It's very interesting and well done, which I didn't know about this franchise. I knew there was robots. I didn't know there were milkmen. Bunch of milk people.
But you know, after the fucking crew gets killed, you know, Ripley's trying to get to the lifeboat, whatever. But I think I also like the fact that the fucking xenomorph was just taking a nap in there. He blended so well in.
Bro's just tired. He's like, man, I know, what a long day of murdering some people. I'm gonna take a nap.
It's like, man, I just popped out some guy's chest like a couple of hours ago, killed a few more people, and then also it's the xenomorph just gets shot out into fucking space, and that was so fucking cool. It was really, really fucking awesome. But yeah, I gave Alien like a 3.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's probably a little more up, probably like around like a 4, like a 4.5. Definitely like an 8 out of 10 for sure.
I would give it a 6.5.
6.5, damn, a little lower.
I mean, it is it just is.
Yeah. The absolute lowest I'd give it is like a 7. And that's it. But like I said, the more I think about it, and the more, because of the future of the films have like kind of coming around at this moment, it's like an 8.
Yeah, like I respect it for what it did, but yeah, I just think that literally the next one and maybe another one did this movie but better.
Yeah, for sure.
It is just like, I feel bad for saying that, because so many Alien fans consider this one the best one and this one the masterpiece. I don't see it. And it's not even like old movie, therefore not as good, because I love Star Wars, original Star Wars. And if that was if it was the case of like, because it's not modern enough with modern filmmaking techniques, then I'd love The Force Awakens more than A New Hope. But that's not. It's just, yeah, I just didn't love it as much as everyone else I feel bad because they're all so purist about it. Everywhere I go, it's like, oh, this one's the only good one is Alien, and people bring up Aliens. But when people bring up Aliens, and some people say Aliens is better, they're like, nah, James Cameron just made a crowd pleasing blockbuster movie. Aliens is so much better. Retain the heart of the whatever.
And that's the thing too, like that is also like a big discussion within the fandom. But it's also like it's either one or the other for sure. Like, well, I'll get into this. Like, wait, are we talking about Aliens now? Or
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well. I like Alien more. I like Alien more than Aliens, and here's the reason why. I know this movie came out after it, but I was watching Aliens, and I'm just like, man, this is so Starship Troopers coded. That was like one of the things I was like thinking about when watching this movie. I know like there's a guerrilla warfare and the whole action thing, and like seeing that it was James Cameron, I was like, okay, this is gonna be more action heavy, and I'm thinking that like I think for the third act I like a lot about for Aliens.
I mean, to be fair, what do you think? What do you think Starship Troopers is parodying?
I know, but when watching it, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is. I mean, then again, it's just the guerrilla warfare, like cheesy.
Game over, man. Dialogue. Game over.
Yeah. But
rest in peace.
Rest in peace for sure. But yeah, I know the vibe of this is really fun for sure. Obviously, fucking, Ripley wakes up, or they find her in the little little cryo pod. They take her to safety. I love that beginning sequence of like the nightmare Ripley has, and like the fucking xenomorph like showing through her stomach and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
I love the part where everyone gets up and the dude just immediately has a cigar. He gets up and immediately just goes, time to light one.
I know, right? Average military type shit,
Real.
But yeah, no, it was pretty cool. This was a really fun movie for sure.
I mean, my problem with the whole like, oh, Alien is better than this because of XYZ. In my opinion, it does everything that Alien does, but better. I think that, yeah, it has action in it. There's more of that, military type stuff. But the scene with Ripley and Newt when they're locked in the room with the two face huggers.
Yeah.
Like the scenes with the multiple xenomorphs when they're in the fucking like nest area. I thought were so much more tense and scarier than anything in Alien.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The stakes are higher in this. Yeah, I definitely agree. I most definitely agree. Also, like I think from a set design choice too, and the way that everything was being set up, I like that more too. Like I like how there was like more of like a hive and like the queen, and that was really, really cool to me. And also, you have more of like the government playing a role into this because like you have Burke, fuck that guy. He's like,
hey, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, you kind of told yourself.
Way to call yourself out, bro.
Yeah, like he has like the ulterior motive of like getting fucking or putting people in danger to fucking birth more xenomorphs for the bioweapons division and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely agree with you for how Aliens is like in terms of this film. Like the stakes are a lot higher, and there's just a lot more going on with the movie for sure.
That was more interesting.
I like
thought it was more interesting.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And like I said, it's definitely a thing to where like liking one or the other. I think to me, like if someone were to be like, yeah, I like the Aliens better, it's no problem with me. Or someone would be like, I like the Alien better, not a problem with me. I mean, there is like we're both talking about, there shouldn't be like this like elitism of liking one or the other for sure.
Yeah, because it could be it like why aren't people just chill about it? Like in the Back to the Future fandom, it's like, other than 3, it's like, well, which one's better, 1 or 2? And no one cares if you choose one or the other. No one's like, you pick 2 over what? What? No one does that. So why is it like this? The tiniest taste I got of the Alien fandom is everyone was like, oh, Alien's like so much better, dude. This shit's a masterpiece. Alien is just like some action schlock. Like, what the fuck? But like, why do you think Alien is better than Aliens?
Let me rephrase my wording. I don't think Alien is better than Aliens. I know I said I liked it better, but I think I liked the horror sci-fi element of Alien more than I did the action. I mean, then again, we still had that mystery. We still had the tension, and then the tension was all at an all-time high. I just like the mystery element a lot more in Alien. Now, like I said, I think they're definitely on par with each other. They just do things differently. I know, like I said, I said Alien was better. Now I'm thinking that's not it. They're on par. They just do things differently, and I like both. I like what they both do.
I will say, going into this, because I knew like some things about the Alien franchise, but not others. One thing I did know was that Aliens was more action focused and what have you. What I didn't know was that it took place 50 years after the first one.
Yeah,
like she woke up from cryo sleep and they were like, yeah, you've been asleep for like 50 some odd years. I was like, huh? Jesus Christ, your daughter's dead. Oh.
Yeah. 50 years.
Crazy.
Yep. Yeah, because Alien takes place in the year 2122, and then obviously Aliens,
it's like 2179,
and like obviously you have the government. They're like, well, basically Burke is like, oh yeah, like you've been asleep for like 50 plus years. We made a colony on the planet that they all went to. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck you mean? And they're like, well, like, did y'all see anything down there? It's like, oh yeah, no, we have a bunch of people down there. We have a whole thing going on that planet. Nothing's happened. Lying ass bitch.
They just be lying through their teeth.
I know, typical government type shit.
But also, you know what? I'll get to that later. But James Cameron really sometimes he makes good movies sometimes, but at other times he just makes questionable decisions. Like, how are you gonna make Terminator with Cyberdyne systems and then go into this movie and make Hyperdyne systems?
Hey, look, bro. All I gotta say is James Cameron knows how to craft a fucking sequel.
Unless it's Avatar.
I mean, I haven't seen the second one, so I can't say shit.
But yeah, and then Michael Biehn's in this.
Hell yeah.
Which, I guess in fairness to James Cameron, I do think it's because I think the original actor dropped out and he had to get someone quick, and he knows Michael Biehn, obviously. So fair enough, I guess. But yeah, this shit slaps. I'd give Aliens like an 8.5.
Very, 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 very valid. I would give it the same score. The absolute lowest I'd give it is a 7. You wanna know what was the funniest part about this film?
What?
The Queen taking the elevator.
Yes.
So I'm like, ain't no fucking way.
she literally looks at it like, oh well, shit. Like, oh. There's an elevator. All right, I'll take that. Just I if this was made in 2024, there'd be a scene of the alien in the elevator with elevator music playing.
I know. Just like, you know, they look at the fucking hand as if like they had a watch on, and cuts back with all the action music playing.
She would have been done in like Spaceballs 2 or something.
For real. Also before we go on to the next movie, I want to talk about Newt.
Yep. Brilliant inclusion.
I know. Great kid. That's how you write like a kid into a movie.
Absolutely. And also for, you know, the 80s, or it really just generally until like, I want to say like the 2010s, child actors are very hit and miss.
Yeah,
and
most definitely
nailed it in this one. She was fantastic.
Like very fantastic, even though like she was scared at the beginning, or like, yeah, whenever they found her, she locked in, bro. Locked in, followed orders, even took initiative when she needed to.
Adorable.
Fucking awesome. Great kid. And
this is one of those movies, there's a kid in it and I'm like, man, do I want kids? And then I see The Acolyte where the kids were being little brats and I'm like, man, maybe I don't want kids.
Oh yeah, no, there's moments where, yeah, I have those moments too. I think the movie where I did not want to have kids was the Florida Project. And like there's like 45 minutes of just kids being kids, and I don't like that. Anyways.
Oh, at the end when she called Ripley mom, I was like, oh
yeah, I know,
my soul.
Well, yeah, because I mean she lost a daughter too, so
Lance Henriksen as Bishop was really good.
Fucking awesome. I loved Bishop.
I like how Ripley is a racist to robots.
I mean, at least Bishop wasn't black like how Andy was in Romulus.
That's crazy.
But yeah. Very good movie. Very good. I'm glad when Burke died. I think I fucking got up out of my bed and cheered. I think I was. That was like a happy moment, dude. I was so happy.
Yeah, 8.5. Lowest I'd give it is an 8. Highest I'd give it is a 9.
Shit.
All right, you want to talk to me about Aliens 3?
Oh my fucking god. All right. You're not gonna watch it, right?
Hell no. Literally, okay. Like I've seen clips and videos on it. All I heard was beginning of the movie, Newt dead, Michael Biehn dead. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. Hudson, I believe. Hudson, Newt, and Bishop all died. Yeah,
like I'm happy with just imagining the timeline wise series ends at Aliens. I'm good.
So basically, this also takes place in the same year as Aliens. It does. Yeah. It's like literally
right after, like it within a week.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is, it's fucking crazy how this happens too. Okay, so beginning the film, there's a fire that happens because there's a face hugger on board. Like the government fucking knew about it too, obviously. So it attacks Ripley's thing, Ripley's cryopod, in which, because, you know, whatever happened to it, I got injured, I guess. Some of the acid caused a fire on that ship. It was on the Sulaco, and basically on the Sulaco, you know, there's that little pod, or when they're in the cryopods, whatever. That whole accident happens. Newt drowns in a cryopod. So fucked up. So fucked. Newt drowns. Hudson gets impaled in his sleep, pretty much. And when they crash, Bishop's just torn to fucking pieces. Like he's just barely anything. And so Ripley is on this lands on this maximum security prison, and basically it's a dumb thing. Basically, you know, yeah, like it's a maximum security prison full of men. Some of the men are religious and they don't like just new people in general. But they're like, oh yeah, we have a vow of celibacy. We don't want women here and shit like that. Crazy. And so basically, you know, they're like encouraging Ripley to just stay away, and like if you're gonna wander around, have someone with you. Here's the fucked up part. This is where I said like I was gonna cry. Basically, in the ship, right? There's a dog, right? Not in the ship, but like when the ship crashed, there was a dog like around barking. You can obviously tell what's gonna happen to that dog. Poor dog.
Oh, interesting.
Poor dog.
So you saw the theatrical cut?
Yeah. I mean, I was watching the shit on Disney Plus, so.
Huh. I just assumed the one on Disney Plus would be the assembly cut, which is instead of a dog, it's an ox.
What?
Yeah. So after I don't even know when the assembly cut came out, but obviously David Fincher fucking hates this movie.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I love how much he hates this movie. It's so funny to me. But like, I get it. There's even like behind the scenes stuff. He's like speaking to the boom mic. He's like, Fox doesn't know what the fuck they're doing or whatever he says. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was an assembly cut where some of like the editors and stuff they did made a cut of the movie as close to what Fincher wanted as possible. Fincher had nothing to do with it because he doesn't want anything to do with it. But they work closely enough with him that it is like it's definitely like the closest thing you could have gotten to Fincher's original idea as much as you can without it being, you know, a Snyder cut. Man, apparently it is better.
Well, then I gotta rewatch it then.
No, you don't.
Damn. But yeah, basically there's a fucking face hugger who latches onto the fucking dog, and I feel so fucking bad. I feel so bad because like obviously, you know, like you know, like Ripley is like withholding information to one of the guys there, and he's like, yeah, I want to check Newt's body because like she thinks that because she saw the acid on the cryotube, and then like she wanted to make sure that she didn't have like, you know, a xenomorph in her, right? And so there's like this whole fucking funeral scene going on, and like, you know, they're gonna drop the bodies into like a furnace and shit like that, right? And as it's going on, of course, you know, the fucking dog's in fucking pain and it's like whimpering and shit, and it's cutting to the like Ripley, and it's cutting back to like the fucking like dog, but like the chest is like fucking like just like it's trying to get out of his fucking chest, but it's like so far outward, it's like insane. And then like it's probably like the worst thing ever because like the dog, like it's like the way the fucking Xeno dog it fucking bursts out of its fucking cage, like it's fucking gross, you know, it's fucking nuts. And so obviously there's a fucking Xeno dog and it's whatever, and it's killing people. They kill one guy, like he fucking fell into a fan because he saw the fucking thing. Some other people die. I forgot how the shit goes, whatever. And there's a part of the movie where, you know, the doctor and Ripley, they're like talking about like, well, the doctor talking about his backstory or whatever. They kind of have like a little thing going on. The Xeno dog fucking attacks the fucking guy, kills him. And, you know, before that, there was also a guy that was like, oh yeah, it looks like a dragon. It's a dragon, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, you obviously saw some people get killed or whatever inside one of the shafts or one of the tunnels or whatever. And the Xeno dog, he's like sniffing like Ripley, doesn't do shit about it, and goes away, does this little thing or whatever. And Ripley's trying to warn like people that like, yeah, it's coming or whatever, and it kills like one of the guards. He's a fucking asshole. Fuck him. Here's the dumb thing about the movie. Here's where it comes. I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's just not explained properly. They go to it's called the EEV unit. They go to that little ship where everything went down, and they're scanning the body, her and another person, and fucking Ripley has a xenomorph in her, right? It's kind of a thing where like, how the fuck did it get there? It's not really explained properly. So, but it's also a weird thing too, because like, since you don't know when it got in her. She's been on that place for like a week. So I was like, how the fuck has it not popped out of her chest yet? We don't even fucking know. So I don't know. Basically, they're gonna do this whole thing and trap the xenomorph because they're all like, oh yeah, we're basically gonna fucking die. So they trap the fucking xenomorph and they try to trap it in hot lead and doesn't do that. Ripley fucking puts on some sprinklers, kills the fucking xenomorph, it fucking pops. It's fucking crazy. The government comes in. The government is involved again. It was also played by Lance Hedrickson.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like the real bishop.
Yeah, he's like the real bishop.
But there's theories that he's still a robot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's funny because like, you know, he's like, yeah, like I'm like a human. Like the models they're bait after me, and one of the guys who kind of like basically tries to rat out Ripley because he wants to that's pretty much like the rescue team who pretty much want Ripley for the xenomorph for the battle weapons division or whatever. Before he died, he's like, "You fucking android!" and fucking hits him in the back of the head, and he just gets shot. So like, obviously, there's still something there. He probably is an android, probably not.
Also, like his ear is like dangling or something.
Yeah,
but like in the assembly cut, apparently it's more clear that he's human.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows which one is canon? I don't know.
Oh, fucking no. So pretty much fucking Ripley sacrifices herself and the fucking xenomorph pops out of her chest and she fucking dies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, also, I think the reasoning that it doesn't take that long or it takes very long for the xenomorph to pop out is because it's a queen and it needs more time to be in there, I guess. Still not a great reasoning, but
I know. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like, it's still like unclear what happens because like literally in the beginning of the movie, it's like it's getting cut. Like the stuff that's happening and the unit is getting like cut with all the fucking the people who are involved with the film and shit like that, whatever. But still, yeah, not very good. Not a good Alien movie. I'd probably give it like a 5, or I gave it like a 2 out of 5. I gave it like probably like a 3, like 3 out of 10, maybe 2. Oh yeah, maybe even 2 out of 10. Who knows? And then you have Alien Resurrection.
Cloning time.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we cloned Ripley, we're using some blood samples and blah 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 blah. They're trying to get the queen back. They successfully get the queen xenomorph out of there, and you know, whatever. And pretty much like what they fucking do. This is like a fucking crazy thing. I actually like it how they did this. So basically, on top of them getting the queen, there were like a bunch of people, another squad on board, right? And basically they were like breeding devices for the xenomorphs, and they had like, you know, the eggs in their cages, and then the fucking facehuggers just go at it, bro. But yeah, Brad Dourif is in this film and he's a fucking freak. He's a little freakazoid. He's one of the, there's a scene where he sees one of the xenomorphs and he's trying to like fucking kiss it. Like, well, he's like locked between, it's like locked between glass or whatever. And Xenomorph was like, "Hey, stop that shit. What the fuck you doing?" But also, you know, you have like another crew that's on, you know, that features Winona Ryder's character and Ron Perlman. That is before he was Hellboy. Really crazy. But yeah, I mean, they're okay, whatever. And what even fucking happens? Oh yeah, so this is how everything starts. It's kind of fucking crazy. So there were like 3 xenomorphs in this like little thing, in this like little like cage, and basically 2 of them fucking like team up and kill one of the xenomorph. But because of that, like, you know, the acid spread and it created a hole for them to escape. Brad Dourif goes down there. He gets fucking captured by one of them, and shit starts fucking hitting the fan. Lots of people are fucking dying. I'm getting through this as fast as possible because this movie kind of sucks. Yeah, you know, Ripley's aware that she's a clone. She's talking to Winona Ryder's character, who like sneaks in to her cell, and like she's like, "Who are you?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Ellen Ripley." And then this is where like Winona Ryder's character, her name is Call. Call's like, "No, like Ripley's been dead for like over 200 years." So damn, 200 years.
Wayland Corp was bought out by Walmart.
Really?
That's what he says in the movie.
Hey, bro, you finna see Wayland Corp fucking shit in Walmart?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, people are dying or whatever. There's a place where they go underwater, and like you see fucking xenomorphs swimming. It's fucking kind of crazy. Some people are fucking dying. Some people fucking died. I don't even fucking know I already forgot what's happening in this film.
Bro, already forgot the film. Written by Joss Whedon.
Fucking hell. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that yeah, actually, you know, there was some slight disrespect to women in this shit, because pretty much Ron Perlman was like, "Oh yeah, like," basically was like, "Oh yeah, like you're pretty fuckable," to Winona Ryder's character. It's crazy.
Well, according to Joss Whedon, because it's Joss Whedon, you can take it with a grain of salt or believe what you want to believe. But Joss Whedon apparently said about Alien Resurrection that when he wrote the script, there was miscommunication between, I guess how he wrote the script and the director. He wrote the film as sort of like a slight genre shift for the franchise, and it was supposed to be a bit more tongue-in-cheek, but the director, when he made the film, played everything straight, so it came off not how it was intended to, apparently. So a lot of this stuff is like really like unintentionally funny and stuff like that.
What do you mean, like what do you mean by like tongue-in-cheek?
Like everything was supposed to be Joss Whedon. It's a Joss Whedon movie, essentially.
Oh yeah, I see. I kind of see what you mean. Thinking about it,
but yeah, they played everything straight, so it didn't come off as it was intended. But at the same time, if you think about a Joss Whedon Alien movie, that also doesn't sound good either. So I don't know. I don't know how that would go if it was made as intended. I don't know.
There's a scene, like one of the scenes where like Call and Ripley are like talking. It was like hella flirty, but they're also trying to play a, like, you know, like kind of like a mentor mentee type of thing. Like they're trying to like also do some stuff with like, yeah, obviously they're trying to form like a bond between them in the movie. It's kind of crazy. Lots of mixed signals. Oh yeah, they also kidnap like kind of like a general or whatever, right? Oh, I remember now. I'm remembering everything now. So basically they go into this like lab, and they find a guy, right? They find a guy, and you know, obviously it's just like Ripley has like partial xenomorph DNA inside of her. Fucking Ripley smells this guy, and she's like, "Yeah, you have a xenomorph in you. It's gonna pop out in the next few hours or whatever." This is also after they fucking saw the whole team that's like being slaughtered by fucking xenomorphs. So you have a bunch of xenomorphs running around. So after, you know, they find this guy or whatever, they're trying to like leave to find this like little ship.
Wait. Sorry. How are the xenomorphs getting in them without the face huggers?
Like what do you mean?
Did he not have a face hugger on him? How did if there's a xenomorph in him?
No, I'm pretty sure there was like a face hugger on him. It's just fucking lashed off. Because like he was already out of his like when they found him, he was like out of like, he was just like sleeping like next to like he's like in hiding pretty much. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure he had already had one in him. He had a face hugger on him and did his thing. So after that, they're trying to go to the ship. They're trying to go to the ship to escape. Ripley finds like a lab. They go inside of it, and you know, basically they're like making all these fucking clones and shit, and they find a clone of like Ripley is all disfigured and deformed, and it's like she's like, kill me, like obviously like they're fucking looks awful. So Ripley just sets that shit ablaze or whatever. And so as they're on the way to the ship, to the little ship, they see like a little like, you know, all the goo or whatever, and basically means that they were there. Ripley gets captured, and they thought that she died, and it does this like little weird. It was kind of like a fade in, fade out. One of the xenomorphs is like carrying her, and there's like the queen, and basically Brad Dourif's character, who was still alive, little freakazoid, he's like, oh yeah, you know, well, like the queen is not giving birth to really xenomorphs anymore, it's in pain, and here comes the fucking hybrid. Now this shit looks fucking crazy as hell, because obviously, you know, like it has like human features, but you can see its fucking eyes, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like puppy dog eyes, and it makes me feel so fucking bad for it. It's like, damn, you ugly as shit, but you're also kind of cute at the same time. And it fucking kills Brad Dourif.
I feel like I heard somewhere that I think when it dies or something, you could hear it say like "help me" or some shit. I could be wrong though.
The screams are fucking they're horrible, dude. It's that actually made me feel sad for the thing, dude. It made me feel sad for it. Yeah, he's like, I mean, I don't know if he said help me, but like the screams were horrible, dude. It was really awful. I mean, then again, it's like a fucking like 400-pound plus being like getting sucked through fucking space. Like that shit would fucking hurt too. And it just gets fucking obliterated.
Yeah, that's a fun effect. It like the whole shit like ripping off, getting sucked behind. Yeah, it was really, really bad, man. It was really bad. I felt bad for it. Did you say one of these movies had your favorite trope in it?
Oh yeah, it was Aliens 3, and I loved how the main character withholds information. And what else did I send you? I said I love when the main character withholds information. Yeah, they did something else that I don't like in that movie, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot. Winona Ryder's character is a synthetic.
Indeed,
because like she gets shot, and I'm like, wow, she dies way too fucking cheaply. And then she comes out, and yeah.
How does this movie end?
How does it end?
Yeah, is it the one? Is this the ending where they're in Paris or whatever?
I don't know about Paris, but they're like they're on Earth at this point, because like, you know, they're driving the ship, and like, you know, they're about to crash, and then like they don't crash, so they're on Earth.
There's two different versions of the ending. One, they're like in Paris.
Well, it makes sense how they're in fucking
destroyed.
Paris. Well, it makes sense how they're in fucking Paris, because like the director is French. Even the fucking, huh?
Apparently, the director really likes to use Ron Perlman in his stuff.
Oh, makes sense.
I think that this director did Amelie.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, that's Resurrection.
Yeah, what a great movie.
It's all right. I forgot. I told you that there's a fucking scene where playing basketball, least obvious NBA ad.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver makes the shot because she's goated, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you give it like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
You said you liked it slightly more than Alien 3.
Yeah, it's like, it's fun. Has some fun moments.
What's next? Prometheus?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a gap.
I mean, shit, the fucking gap between Alien and Aliens 3 was 18 fucking years.
Yeah. But
and
also
then, like,
just
Resurrection,
quality.
That's true. And then Resurrection came out 5 years after that, so now it came out 97.
Yeah, we're not getting another Alien movie for another 15 years.
Oh, unless fucking Fede Alvarez starts writing fucking Romulus Part 2 or some shit. Like fucking Remus. Alien Remus. But yeah, Prometheus. Good. Very good.
It's kind of fire, honestly. Not perfect by any means.
No.
It's got some issues.
No, it definitely has some issues, and that's just because like this movie would have benefited from a longer runtime for sure.
Yeah.
and lots of things got cut. Because because of Fox.
Fuchs.
What did you like about Prometheus?
I think it had a lot of really cool concepts that it didn't necessarily execute on. My thing is, or a lot of people's thing is for Prometheus, is they don't love the sort of explanations of the space jockeys, and like they wanted it to be more mysterious or just wanted something different. I'm pretty content with how they did this. Obviously the space jockeys are, engineers.
Yep.
And they're playing with the idea that the engineers created us humans, and I like that idea. I think that's a fun idea. Issues,
yeah, I think so too.
Issues come into play. It's like, okay, the aliens though.
the xenomorphs, and there's a little bit more mystery behind that, and this is kind of why I really would like a ending to like David's trilogy, which we'll get into that in Covenant when we talk about Covenant. Yeah, of course, obviously the engineers made us, because that one engineer fucking sacrificed himself. You had this black goo that's been there forever.
That's which comes into play in Covenant.
Yeah, which comes into play. But but before all that, you had the Deacon, which is the kind of like their god, and it looks like a fucking xenomorph or whatever, right? And so obviously there's a cycle of making the perfect subject, making the perfect being. Obviously, the Deacon was like, or the Deacon being their god, like, okay, we want to create the Deacon, and then they ended up making humans, and then you have xenomorphs coming in, which
ish
going into like Covenant, whatever.
But also you have, like, at the end of the movie, there's like the face hugger thing.
Yes.
Which, by the way, did that freak you out?
What?
The face hugger, but because it was like
tentacly. The trilobite. Not really.
What about
the fucking where he gets bigger? Or it's what we talking about?
No, the abortion scene.
What abortion scene?
Or the C-section scene.
Oh yeah, that didn't freak me out at all.
Oh, okay.
No, that didn't freak me out.
Yeah, your fear
like
confuses
someone
me.
said, yeah. I mean, I did make that correlation, but it didn't freak me out. But
you're very particular with your squids.
I am. Don't say that shit right now. Yeah, I think what I like about Prometheus is that, yeah, like, there are a lot of concepts about it. I do like the like, the prequel aspect of, like, we're trying to find the engineers, and we're trying to find like what created us and stuff like that. I just, yeah, of course, like I said, this definitely would have benefited from a longer runtime, because Ridley Scott, he wanted this to be a lot more like philosophical, for sure. There was a conversation between the engineer and with David, with Shaw. Obviously that got cut. A lot of stuff got cut, which would have benefited from this. I am pretty content of, the fact that, like, yeah, we have the engineers and, like, you have the space jockeys, and I think that's kind of why that's what's making me like Alien a lot more. Just the fact that, like, oh yeah, space jockey, that's an engineer for Prometheus. But yeah,
I really like the crew.
The crew in this one's really good. They're really good.
Yeah, I really like New Ripley. She's great. Makes me mad makes me mad that she's not really alive.
Yeah, no.
In Covenant, who gets replaced by new Ripley, who I didn't think was as good.
Daniels, yeah, it's all right.
But it is what it is. I like Logan Marshall Green. He's great. It has Idris Elba in it, who's also great. Benedict Wong, of course.
Charlize Theron's pretty solid in this.
Yeah, obviously Michael Fassbender, who steals the show a lot of the time.
I know, little freak.
Speaking of which, I think his character could have been executed a bit better in this. It's clear that he has more sinister motives, but it's never clear what his motives are.
And I think
until
that's
Covenant.
I think that's what makes Covenant a little bit better, like, or at least like for David's character in this, because obviously, he obviously he also wants to figure out about the engineers, but he's doing it under like Weyland's like control.
100%.
But obviously, he doesn't give a fuck about Weyland until he fucking dies. Which, the fucking scene where they meet the engineer and he's fucking speaking their language, and then like the engineer is like, all right, off with your head, and then fucking just kills Weyland.
Yeah, that's annoying. Because they cut out like the 2-minute scene where, they actually have some sort of conversation, but now in the movie it just looks like he gets up, he's like, I'm just gonna kill you all.
Well, because like imagine this, like I saw someone say it on Twitter, but I'm gonna explain it again because it's so funny thinking about it. Imagine you're like asleep for like thousands and thousands of years. You see people that you don't fucking know in your fucking shit. They're in your fucking ship. You have this one fucking android speaking your language that's like extinct, asking for another person, another human immortality. I'd be like, what the fuck are you saying? Of course I'm gonna fucking kill you all.
Well, not only that, they just fucking hit a woman.
Yeah. So not only that, yeah, so you fucking, so you're human, we fucking created you, but then you're making androids that are speaking my language after I woke up from a fucking more than 1,000 years sleep. I will fucking kill you all. And that fucking makes sense why he's so violent and shit. But obviously, like I said, there's supposed to be a lot more conversation with that. But I really like how Idris Elba's character and his side of the crew, they're like the most brave people ever. They're like, oh yeah, I don't mind sacrificing myself if it means for the mission.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like that at all?
No, it makes sense for Idris Elba because he's like, he said in the movie that he's willing to do anything to make sure that shit doesn't get back home. Mm-hmm. But his two buddies, that makes what motive do they have to just sacrifice them? Like, he gives them an out. He's like there's escape pods or whatever. They're just like, nah, we'll kill ourselves too. But like, why?
Hey, bro.
They never give any like. There's no scene like with them like being buddy. We have no context of their relationship really. Like, have they been friends for decades? Like, what's the relationship between these three? And he's like, you're a shit pilot, you're gonna need all the help you can get. He's trying to crash into something. Like, if he's
okay, that makes sense from the way you're saying it.
But like, what's happening here?
Hey, but still, for honor and for glory, you know what I'm saying?
The ship is falling down. Just run to the side.
That's true.
Just run to the side.
fucking Charlize Theron's character, dude, just gets destroyed as the ship is falling down, bro. But yeah,
this movie has
they did not in a row.
Extremely obvious twists. Weyland's alive. Who could have guessed? Guy Pearce in horrible old man makeup. Why they couldn't just cast an old man? He's literally never young in this movie.
I have no idea.
They did some pre-release stuff with Guy Pearce, but like, is that really worth it to get Guy Pearce just to do some pre-release stuff that's not actually in the movie and then put him in some like horrifically bad old man makeup? Like,
like there's like fucking like 4 short films of like Guy Pearce before Prometheus.
Doesn't make any sense.
And shit, one of them takes place in 2023. The Peter Weyland Files TED Talk from 2023.
Bad stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, like when it comes to Prometheus as well, like you can obviously see that disconnect of it being like trying to be its own thing, but also trying to connect to the aliens universe, and like It's either like oh, you love it or hate it type of thing.
Yeah, I saw some
personally
people. I saw people on Letterboxd, and I have to agree that this is a pretty good movie. But the things that hold it back are its connections to Alien.
Mm,
If this was
I
just
can understand that.
its own sci-fi film dealing with the ideas of creation and God and all that on its own works really well. Then you add the alien element into it and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, for sure. And I can, like I said, this movie just could have benefited better from a longer runtime. Hell, I don't because this movie is like 2 hours and 4 minutes long. I wouldn't mind an extra 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes to explain everything that they needed to explain.
Yeah, it was surprisingly breezy. At one point I had to pause to go to the restroom and I was like, oh shit, there's 20 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
One part in the beginning of the movie when those two idiots get lost.
Oh,
which,
yeah,
by the way,
like Fifield or
doesn't make any sense. One's like a biologist or whatever, which makes sense, but the other one's a geologist whose specific role is mapping out the place, and he gets lost.
Yeah, he also has like drones that like map out the whole entire thing,
and it doesn't make any fucking sense. But regardless, they get to the place with all like the creatures or whatever, the little snake things, the proto
the
face
hammer
huggers.
peas. The hammer peas and stuff like that.
The part where the acid gets on the mask and it like
melts
onto his face, and that's a really cool effect.
Really, really nice.
Super cool. One thing that sucked when one of them came back and he was like a zombie. Bad.
Yeah, that was supposed to be different.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a xenomorph-esque type.
Yeah, and it's also because like it was Fox at the time. They're like, oh yeah, well, zombies are a big thing. Let's make him into a zombie. No, horrible.
It's just ridiculous.
But also,
I saw the disease. Like it looked good.
Yeah,
what were they doing?
It looked awesome. They don't fucking know.
Sorry, go on.
But there was the deleted scene where they like, because the hammerpedes, they were like worms. They were just like little worms, and there's a deleted scene where they use one of the they caught a worm and they just put it into like this like little container to like experiment onto it. And when the black goo goes into the water and it creates like the hammerpede type of thing, that's the reason why they're being all nice to it, because it's like a worm or whatever. That's what happened. But yeah, there's a lot of deleted scenes in this fucking movie, and there's a lot of stuff that gets cut, and it's really unfortunate.
Leak scripts and shit.
Yeah,
whole bunch of stuff. One of them's fake.
Imagine seeing an engineer, bro, in this day and age, like a 15-foot tall person.
Pretty sick.
He wants to fucking kill you.
All jacked out of their mind.
Yeah.
Dude's fucking shredded, bro.
I know.
Oh my God.
Imagine fucking doing like the most vicious head slap of all time to that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a solid movie. I'd give it in 7.5, 8 out of 10. I give more than Alien. I don't give a shit. I'll say it.
Damn. It's okay.
I feel like there's something I'm missing.
What?
From Prometheus that I'm not talking about.
Was it David?
No. I did think it was interesting that when at the end, when she takes David, she's like, I'm gonna fucking find these guys. So I'm like, go home. It's over.
I know, right?
Logan Marshall Green's character. They come there, they're like, we're gonna find the engineers or whatever because they created this, blah 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 blah. They get there, they're all dead presumably, and he's like, oh man, I wanted to talk to one. Get the fuck over it. He said it himself. It's the most important discovery in mankind, and he's like, no man, I wanted to speak to him.
It's just another tomb. And then fucking also like fucking what's fucked up, dude, is that like literally in a scene they're like, oh yeah, like like we're humans. We can always create something. And then like she's like, I can't get pregnant. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, also the thing where she has to operate, to get the C-section. The machine's like, yeah, this is only for dudes.
She's like, I don't give a fuck.
Can't do that. This is for dudes, bro.
It's for males only. Get your own machine.
Yeah. I just also, it's weird because they get all those cave paintings and they're like, it's pointing to this planet right here, but the planet's just like it's right, but like why that planet? Why?
Yeah.
Also, the engineers want to wipe out humans because
what?
Because why?
Well, yeah, like I said, because like they're humans and they're not supposed to be in this fucking ship. And then because also David, he noticed that David was an android.
No. Not him. What? They had that entire room of the pathogen that they were going to go to Earth and wipe out the human race.
Yeah, I forgot. I would need an explanation for that. I gotta look it up.
So one of the explanations that is floating around is that in one of the leaked scripts, because there's multiple running around from like different writers and stuff like that, the engineer, wakes up and there's the stuff that we saw, but in the leaked script there was more to it, where he was basically like, we saw that, we created you and we left you to your own devices, and there was, you guys were fucking killing each other, war, all that shit.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, these guys are getting fucked up. So we sent one of our engineers to go down and, show you guys like, this is not like to show you the way essentially, but then you crucified him. Essentially Jesus. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, these guys are cooked. So they were gonna kill all humans. Insanely interesting concept.
For sure.
I would have loved that. Problem is, it's from a fake script.
I don't give a fuck. I'll make that shit into a fucking short film right now.
Like a fake script, and it's fucking sick. Like that's a great reason. Like there's some like if you get too deep into it, like okay, well, what about his disciples and like Judas and whatever, but like. But you could also make the argument that like the Bible's a bunch of bullshit if in this universe, and it's a bunch of made up shit. Regardless, what a sick ass concept, and it makes sense because fuck us. But like without that, there's no real explanation other than like, because they have that conversation. It's like, oh well, why? Like who had that? I think it was Logan Marshall Green and David. It was like, why do you want to meet your makers so bad or whatever? And he's like why? It's like, well, why did you make me? David says that, and then he said, because we can. And he's like, well, why can't you be content with that answer for you? And it's like, so it could be like, oh, they made humans because they could, and now they're like, we're done with you, so get rid of them. I don't know.
Yeah, then David in that same conversation, he's like, well, like, like imagine like hearing that answer, like, yeah, you fucking just get fucking destroyed. But overall, yeah, it's just there's so many things left out of this movie that could have been greater than what it was, for sure.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'm gonna take that fake script and I'm gonna make a short film out of it. It's okay.
Real as
I'm gonna do it.
Alien engineers.
Alien Jesus.
The New Testament.
For real.
Good movie though.
Yeah, pretty good.
A lot of flaws, but really good. A beautiful movie. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Anyway, Covenant.
Right. Covenant. See, now this is like you didn't like Covenant. You're one of them. I like
one of the normal people.
Covenant. I like Covenant. And I'll tell you why I like Covenant. Well, obviously
because it has better kills.
No,
there was some sick shit in this.
I'm just a Michael Fassbender fan.
That's probably why. The best parts of this movie are one, the gore, which is highly stepped up and is really good. Yeah, and David, who carries this movie. David, or just Michael Fassbender, I should say. David,
yeah, pretty much. Walter.
Walter.
Yeah. But So one of the things that there's also, I'm going to use the word disconnect a little bit too. There's a little bit of the disconnect as well, because they're following up from Prometheus, and then they're like, okay, well, let's follow it up after Prometheus, but also kind of make it like Alien wise, you know?
Yeah, so this clearly has all the trappings of a course correction. Like, people didn't love Prometheus, so they're like, "Oh shit, we got to make it more like Alien."
So yeah, they said they're trying to do like a return to form for this movie. But what
the Rise of Skywalker for the Alien franchise.
Oh damn! I wouldn't go that far. That's fucked up. I wouldn't go that far.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not. I think the crew is fucking stupid. That's arguably, well, not only are they stupid, in my opinion, they're just the worst crew. Like, I don't care about any of these people. Yeah,
and also
they're just dumb.
They introduce a bunch of them, and I'm like, okay, name actors. Billy Crudup, who
Danny McBride,
who, by the way, weird casting choices in my opinion. Like, they didn't do bad at all, but like it's like I wouldn't imagine Danny McBride in the Alien movie. That's like they're too big of a name.
And then like Jussie Smollett, that's kind of a crazy one.
And like Idris Elba was in Prometheus, but that was in 2012. He wasn't like Idris Elba yet.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
But yeah, then of course you have just like the team is very stupid. They're like, two of them die in like the same way. They start looking at shit. They're smelling all these weird fucking flowers that get into their fucking heads and that create fucking like neomorphs and shit. And they fucking slaughter each other pretty much. Oh my god, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. So yeah, Danny McBride's character has a wife, Ferris. Her name is Ferris. And they're on this mini ship because they're on this planet, while New Ripley Daniel is like, I kind of want to go to this planet so that way we can find a planet that's like suitable for Earth. And then they hear this fucking transmission signal from what used to be Shaw singing fucking West Virginia Take Me Home, that song. Fuck it. And then like Billy Crudup is like, yeah, let's go to this. I kind of want to see what's on this planet. I just want to see. And before that, fucking James Franco just gets fucking destroyed.
Thank God.
He gets burnt to a crisp.
The best part of the movie.
He gets burnt to a crisp, and that was like Daniels' like husband or whatever. And they're all like, yeah, we loved him. He was a great person. It's like, I don't even give a fuck. I mean, James Franco is but he got fucking burnt to a crisp. But anyways, yeah, they go to this planet, and then like there's like a team on the ground, and they're also in the sky, ready for them, whatever. And they're checking out some shit, trying to find the signal, whatever. And then, like I said, the two of these members, they're fucking looking at flowers and shit, or looking at these fucking plants. One of them looks at the plant and fucking it goes into his nose. The other one just steps on it and it goes into his ear. And they're both feeling very sick and shit. And yeah, they're both feeling very sick. One of them goes back to the fucking the unit, and one of the members is checking up on him because like she's a doctor or whatever. The fucking lady traps both of them in there.
So fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, I know. Fucking, and then so she traps one of them in there. She leaves. She gets a gun. She goes back, but then also, you know, the lady's fucking dead. And as she's fucking trying to shoot the fucking thing, she slips. Then she fucking runs away. Thing chasing after her. She's shooting everything around it and fucking blows herself up.
Worst shot of all time. Thing.
I know.
It's right in front of you, fucking point blank, and you miss.
And then, so then that happens. Fucking the Billy Crudup and his fucking gang are all like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck just happened?" They can't get a hold of it. Other guy,
I think the black girl was his partner.
Yeah, the black girl was his wife. Yeah.
Although, by the way, like they're dealing with a sickness. All right, it could be a pathogen. Okay, we're going to the place. You know, we got to isolate. she's next to him. It makes sense to keep them in the same place, but like cover your mouth because now you could be exposed too. So like you're trapping them in there. There's a bunch of shit pouring out of them. You're seeing what's happening. Just let her out.
Yeah, just like
it's too late by then. Just let her out.
Like who gives a fuck if you're contaminated? That motherfucker is just dead.
What I will say, very good like seizure acting.
Yeah,
I feel really like it's very easy to have that be goofy, but very good. Coming out the back instead of the chest. It's fun.
But dude, like, I feel like the fucking, I mean, both are excruciating, painful, but like the back one's horrible because it was splitting his fucking back.
That was gross.
And that was fucking horrible.
Also, she grabs a knife and she kicks the thing, and I'm like, hell yeah. But then she just lets it jump. She doesn't try to slice. Like, what?
I don't fucking know, man. It's fucking stupid. But then fucking ship explodes, whatever. Billy Crudup and gang are fucking just in shambles. Then the other guy starts fucking just getting destroyed. The thing pops out of them. They start shooting at it, and they're the worst shots ever. So they're killing each other. And then, like, I think that's when fucking Walter fucking kills it. No, Walter, fucking David in disguise kills it. And he's like, follow me. All ominous and shit.
Follow me, the British man.
So yeah, they follow David, who they don't know is David, and yeah, they're in this fucking thing, and they also can't interfere because there's a storm coming and shit like that or whatever. So yeah, they're in this fucking place or whatever. Oh no! What the fuck? No! What the fuck am I talking? What am I fucking saying? What am I saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What am I saying? The neomorph thing makes it out, right? Yeah, it ends up making it out because one of them fucking dies for sure. Oh
yeah, because then it
yeah, because one of them fucking grows up. That's like later on, but yeah, they end up one of them ends up dying though for sure.
Yeah,
the other one fucking goes away.
Yeah, because one of them's still in the ship when it explodes.
Yeah, there we go. I thought it fucking died, but no, it didn't.
No, right? Because Dave or Walter puts his hand in and it fries his hand off because of the acid.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm tripping. My fault, guys.
Or maybe it wasn't acid. Maybe it's just I don't remember. But yeah, they also find the source of the thing with Shaw.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to her?
What happened to Shaw?
Yeah.
In the end? Or that scene?
No, just like, well, yeah. Well, number one, what's up with that? Is she just like sad? Like, what? I don't understand.
I'm trying to remember.
Like when did that happen? She had to put him together, or put David back together. Like, obviously, at some point, he would have overpowered her and to like experiment or whatever.
Oh, fucking Shaw. Oh yeah, it was just off screen.
I know, but I just.
Hey, bro, I don't know
either. How long was she alive with David? Did they like get there and did he kill her immediately? Did he kill her on the way?
I mean, it just happened off screen, and it happened in that span of like a couple years. I think it was like 10 years.
Yeah, let's kill off an interesting character and replace her with a less interesting character. That's a good idea.
Hey, bro, it happens. Yeah, because
this whole team couldn't give a fuck about. Billy Crudup, I guess, but he's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, he's dumb. He's dumb as hell.
Yeah, like they're literally all the ones that aren't name actors are just cannon fodder, and like you could tell that immediately. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I don't care. Okay, they're definitely dying immediately, and they do. Mm-hmm. But then like David's being a little freak, and like what's her name? Well, literally no idea what her name is because it doesn't fucking matter. She goes to like change or whatever.
Oh yeah, her name is Rosenthal.
Sure.
Oh.
And gets killed.
She gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah, annihilated. And then David's there and just like, ah, yes, my child.
he's like, ah, yeah.
And Billy Crudup's like, fuck no. Like, what do you like?
He fucking kills it, or he fucking shoots it.
Yeah, and David's clearly distraught about it. And he's like, you got it. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Because obviously he's a bad guy. And David's like, All right, yeah, I'll show you. He takes him down to the egg place, and Billy Crudup, not for a second, is like, hey, this is pretty sus. I should get out of here. He's like, David's like, you should look into the egg, man. You should look into look inside of it. Look right above it.
And then fucking
Billy Crudup's like,
jumps out.
Like, what are you doing?
Jason, yeah, and then just fucking facehugger comes out, fucking gets him. I'm like, oh my fucking god. And then now they all got to be fucking looking for him or whatever. And then they fucking find him. But
even that's dumb, because they confirm, like, they don't know where what's her name is, and they're like, and they figure out she's dead. If you don't know where Billy Crudup is and he's not on the comm, what do you think happened? Assume he's dead. Get out. I don't give a shit about this no soldier left behind bullshit. It's out the window at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then fucking they fucking find him, and then they're like, what's on his face? Is like David being a little freak. He's like, hey, yeah, that's my creation right there, bro. that's my creation right there. And then like shit starts fucking hitting the fan. Fucking people start dying. The other guys fucking died. I forgot how.
Facehugger gets on him. Don't understand how it impregnated him so fast. But before that, David and Walter kiss because for some reason
David's a little.
Yeah,
David's just not there, bro.
Yeah, and David also was like teaching him how to play the recorder, and he's like, I'll finger it. He said some weird ass shit.
Yeah, he did say that shit.
Yeah, he's being a little freakazoid because he gets to Daniels and he goes to kiss her too. What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this? What's happening?
Yeah, yeah, very weird.
It's just so odd. But yeah, so David and Walter have a fight. First David shanks Walter and it's revealed that he can self-heal, essentially. Comes back, they fight, and in the most obvious twist of all time, one of them comes out. It's Walter, but obviously it's David.
Yeah.
Because they don't show the outcome of the fight. In fact, it was so highly telegraphed that it was David that I thought it might be like a double twist, and it actually was Walter.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, if he could self-heal, how did he die? It doesn't make. They don't show anything. It doesn't make any sense.
I will say the fight or like the xenomorph like going around on the ship on the ship thing, that was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, fucking Jesse Smollett's character and his wife fucking get destroyed.
Good.
Motherfuckers in the shower, fucking listening to music. Like, get the fuck up out of here with that fucking that bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
You're on a fucking mission. That shit's going down. Motherfuckers are literally dying, but y'all in the shower, fucking grinding on each other. Get the fuck up out of here, bro.
It's also interesting how Nunu Ripley is like, she's doing okay throughout the entire movie, but then at the end she's like, I know what to do. Do this, and this. Oh, we got it. Like all of a sudden, she's like the smartest character of the movie. Where was that hours ago? It's like, oh, now because Billy Crudup's dead and she has to step up. She really steps up.
She had to lock in, bro.
Like, but also, okay. So it's implied, or not really implied. It's pretty much 100%. David essentially creates the xenomorph that everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout, I don't know, however, like 10 years of tinkering or whatever.
Yeah.
Two things. One, the facehuggers are so ineffective compared to the little spores.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's your like huge like. I like discuss like the face really compared to the spores that are clearly more effective. Two, or like actually, we'll just side note. When the facehugger, when the alien comes out of Billy Crudup and it stands up and it does the little It sticks his hands out. It's fucking adorable.
Fucking puts his hands up. He doesn't put his hands up. I'm like, bro, ain't no fucking way.
It's just a little guy. I love the little baby xenomorphs. They're adorable.
He's like, my son.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay. That begs the question, how did they get anywhere? The xenomorphs. He creates them. Like, I understand he gets on the ship. Like, did he just decide to spread them around? But the first one has the engineer ship, which is it's definitely not, because David doesn't have it. He's on the other ship, the crew ship. Mm-hmm. So there's just an engineer ship on there with a bunch of xenomorph eggs. It just
probably.
What's the connect? Where's the through line? Like, I understand there was supposed to be a third movie in this trilogy. I think it was supposed to come out in like 2019. I think it was supposed to film the year after Covenant came out, but obviously it was so bad and it did poorly that they didn't go ahead with it.
Nah, we still need that shit.
But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Also, apparently it contradicts, apparently some people were upset because it contradicts, I guess, previous canon with Alien versus Predator, but I always assumed that those weren't canon.
Alien versus Predator is fucking not canon. What are these nerds talking about? Alien versus, like that shit even fucking matters, bro, to the fucking canon. No one considers it canon at all.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fucking nerds, dude.
But yeah, just a movie filled with the dumbest people alive, with characters I couldn't give a shit about, with worse versions of characters we've gotten in previous films. Only good thing this movie has going for it is Michael Fassbender, and some of the kills are pretty good.
Yes.
5.5 out of 10. Maybe a 6 on a good day.
I gave it a 7 because of Michael Fassbender being a freak.
He's just a little freak, bro. I've never seen a more obvious twist in my life.
I only knew it was a twist because I saw there's a clip on Twitter.
Crazy.
I saw it.
The second he came out and they didn't show the outcome of the fight, I'm like, okay, it's David.
Ridley Scott, please make a third film for the David trilogy.
Ridley Scott's so fucking confusing because he makes some masterpieces and then he makes some turds like Covenant. I don't give a shit what anybody says, Napoleon, but then he makes fucking Alien, Blade Runner.
Damn, he's 86.
Fuck it, I'll even include Prometheus in there, and the fucking Martian. The Martian's a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I don't understand. But yeah, I honestly, even though I did not like this movie, I do want to see a third one. I really want to know how the fuck they at all explain how any of this makes sense.
Ridley Scott, I will make a third Alien film of the David trilogy, and my life is yours.
Ready for Alien Romulus?
Yes, I am.
We're back. It's a good movie. It's fantastic.
It's great. It's great. Great.
All right, now I'm gonna get mad. Oh, it's just the first two. Oh, why is it an original? Meanwhile, Prometheus and Covenant come out. Oh, it's so bad. Why can't we go back to the originals? We get that. Like,
I know.
Fuck off.
Fede Alvarez being a great director. He knows what is up with when it comes to horror. He managed to make this film an interquel, a standalone, and a homage all at once. Is such a great film, such great callbacks, and it managed to incorporate things of canon into this movie, and with a solid, kind of a solid group of characters, solid ensemble, to where I can actually remember people's names, and great everything, great kills, great effects, great sound design, great set design. Hell yeah.
100%. Really great set design. You could tell everything's practical and stuff most of the time. Yeah. It's also an in-between cool in the sense that tonally, like it has shades of Alien, it has shades of Aliens, but it's never just one or the other, which I thought was really impressive that he managed to balance both of those tones.
And even like when capturing the tonality of both those movies, even like just from like how it's shot, it has that classic feel, that nostalgia into it. And even when like in the scenes when they're like booting shit up, it has that feel from like the 70s and 80s, and that's what I like about it.
There's also there's some Alien Isolation stuff in here.
Which
makes me happy. Also, it's definitely canon now.
Definitely canon. It's always been canon.
Yeah, well, there's some people out there.
Yeah, and some people out there fucking consider AVP canon, or fucking get the fuck out of here, bro.
Alien versus Predator Requiem.
That shit ass.
You've never seen it.
I have when I was little, and that's
you loved
why
it.
I'm not. Yeah, I did not like it.
All right, that's how you know it's bad if a kid doesn't like it.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, because I was fucking.
Kids like everything.
I did not like that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If a kid doesn't like it, it must be bad.
Horrible. Anyways, fucking Romulus, man. Just, I can't get enough of this movie. It's so good. I love Rain and Andy. Rain and Andy are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're just delightful.
Probably the best android we've gotten for sure. Andy's the best android.
I think I still put Bishop on top, but
Bishop didn't do shit, bro. He only had like 5 minutes of screen time.
Whoa.
Bishop did not do shit, bro.
Remember when he crawled in that pipe?
Mm-hmm.
It was extremely claustrophobic. I was like, hell no.
Mm-hmm. Not kidding. I think Andy locked the fuck in. He did really, really well. I like him a lot.
Yeah, the actor, I'm blanking on his name.
What? Andy? David Johnson.
Incredible performance.
Incredible.
Having to do dual roles like that and excel. Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, for sure. That's how you write a fucking character right there. That's how you fucking write a character.
You want to address the elephant in the room?
What?
Rook.
Oh, the incest baby?
No, Rook.
Oh, yeah. Look, Rook. I know that people were like, oh, yeah, there's AI involved in the film, and people were really upset about it. I know, as someone who wants to be a filmmaker, we know that AI is bad, but in this sense, doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah, hot take. I do not give a shit. So here's the thing.
Oh.
There's not really AI in it. It's a deep fake. Mm-hmm. Number one,
it's a deep fake.
Number two, there is a practical thing on set. Number three, it's a performance from a real person. I think if there is AI, they modulated the voice to sound a bit more like Ian Holm. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't really see an issue. And lastly, ultimately, the family were 100% on board and were very enthusiastic about it. And at that point, out of my hands. I don't. I
for sure.
I feel uncomfortable getting mad about something that ultimately I have no right to be mad about. Now, you can make the argument about like AI and it normalizing it in Hollywood, but I think the bigger debate is like resurrecting dead actors. And in this sense, if the family's on board, I don't give a shit. Then go for it. When it's like George Reeves in The Flash, or even Christopher Reeve. Yeesh.
Yeah, didn't even ask for permission, bro. Very, very, very bad.
Because they technically, I imagine they probably didn't have to ask, because they own the rights to that character and therefore his likeness.
I still would. I mean, it's just more respectful that way.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they didn't have to, but they did, and I imagine they got paid.
I mean, they have to, because like Ian Holm owns an estate.
Yeah. But yeah, they went to a state. I think his wife or something said, that they felt, or Ian Holm felt that he'd been sort of shafted by Hollywood, and he loved being a part of Alien, and he would have jumped at the opportunity probably. And
yeah, for sure.
And they wanted to see him back. So shut up.
Yeah, I know. And obviously, like, within the context of the story, it works. Like, obviously, you know, this person, like, is, you know, he's all mangled up, and, you know, he's all like just disfigured and everything. So it makes sense for the story, and that part doesn't even bother me. But if it was like heavily AI or whatever, it makes sense for the story because, you know, the person's just a synthetic. But
how about
like you said,
how about the effect?
The effect, it's a little wonky, but still, I mean, it still works.
Yeah, people are acting like it's like the worst thing they've ever seen. I'm like, let's calm down. It is not that bad.
People like to really shit on CGI and everything like that, but then again, people are different. Some people are very hateful and very very critical about that stuff, and we've said that CGI doesn't make or break a movie. Like, it really doesn't.
And like, it was a little janky, but like in some aspects I thought it was better because he's supposed to be like fucked up.
Yeah, and then also, like, it looked better like when he was talking on a screen.
Yeah,
because, like, you know, that's supposed to be like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a little janky, but like, it didn't bother me because, like, there's so many more aspects of the movie that just pushes that back to my mind.
I can't imagine being like, oh, the movie sucked and the whole experience was ruined because of that one thing. That's fucking ridiculous to me.
Yeah, imagine being a little pussy over that.
I will say he's in it way more than I thought he would be.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, I saw him, like, he was initially there, and I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. And then I thought, you know, that would be the end of it. But no, he's throughout the whole movie, basically.
Yeah. But
new cast, very good. Except that one pussy. Fuck that guy.
Bjorn.
Oh, yeah, look at me, I'm British. Oh, I'm gonna fuck with the robot because I'm stupid. Fucking idiot. He was so annoying, which I realize is the point, but fucking Christ.
I know.
The only good thing he did was when they were launching on the ship and he put the like joint in his mouth and like,
yeah, that was fucking cool.
Yeah,
makes me want to do that shit. Let me go to NASA real quick. You know, obviously they're trying to, you know, there's like Tyler and Kay, their brother and sister, but fucking, and Bjorn is the cousin, which I mentioned in his baby. I'll get into that later. But yeah, pretty much like Tyler was like, hey, Rain, I know we haven't seen each other in a long time. Well, they don't say that, but it's implied through their body language and how it is on the screen. But, you know, they're like, hey, like, this ship exploded and we need some of the supplies from it. You want to come? And they're like, well, what about Andy? He's like, yeah, we actually need Andy. And fucking, you know, as they're exploring onto this ship or whatever, they're like, yeah, there's only enough cryopods for 6 people. Andy's not gonna be able to make it. So, and I'm like, wow. I was like, wow, Rain, dumb as hell. And, you know, you're kind of getting to know the crew like a little bit or whatever.
Maybe it would have been better if fucking British boy over here wasn't like, oh, she didn't tell you, mate, that you weren't supposed to come. You know, there's no room for you, mate. She didn't tell you that.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous.
Fucking crazy. There was a part where I thought he was gonna fucking punch the shit out of him, but he actually saved him from like a hole.
Yeah.
Created through the ship. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, then they end up like they're trying to find like more storage for the cryopods because, you know, like one of the pods only have like 3 years on them, and they need to get for the planet they need like 9 years.
Yeah, they need like more fuel, or essentially.
Yeah, they need more fuel. So they go to this like cryo chamber and shit like that, and then look, they have face huggers on them
because Romulus, whatever.
Yeah,
went to
Romulus.
The wreckage of the Nostromos or whatever, and what do you know? The original alien is still alive, or was still alive. they captured it, or it was hiding in the thing, and they took some samples or whatever, fucking wrecked the shit out of them, and then we see the alien there. It's pretty fucking sick.
Yep. And then they fucking unhooked the fucking cryo thing, which raised the temperature up because they were freezing it, and then and just a lot of facehuggers come out and shit like that. Now the Navarro, there was a bald-headed chick, and Rain had to come help them. Oh, he left from Last of Us. They had to come help them out, and they're obviously they're trapped there. And as they're fighting for their fucking lives, trying to get to the fucking facehuggers around them. Navarro ain't doing shit. She was not gonna like fucking save them. Fucking insane. Also, fucking Andy got rebooted and he has a science officer shit. That's why he locked in.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy as hell. And then fucking look, because you didn't save the boys, facehugger on your ass now as they're running away. I mean, of course she was gonna die anyways because like she's in the fucking poster and it happened in the trailer. So yeah, she's fucking dead. So, you know, as the facehugger is fucking impregnating her, Andy's like, "Oh, I want to do that. We can't do shit about her.
Yeah, she's fucked
right now." And they're like, "What the fuck do you want us to do?" It's like, we can't do shit right now. It has to do its thing. But until they're like, yeah, like how about we freeze the tail, and then by the time they already get it off her, it's already done. And then, you know, Andy's like, well, I don't think we should bring her onto the ship. We should just fucking leave her here. And Bjorn, British boy's like, no, mate, just fucking bring her to the ship, mate. And fucking they make it. So one person makes a dumb decision, brought her onto the ship, and then fucking Bjorn locks him there. Fucking, I don't know why. He's a dumbass. Then boom, Xenomorph baby comes out of her chest. Now there was a thing that I did hear about, is that like people felt like Romulus wasn't immersive enough because of the like, or just how the pacing was of the movie, of the chest burster. Because obviously, you know, in the other Alien movies, it's like it happens like in canon, it's like a couple of hours. But like in Romulus, it's like it happens in like minutes, and some people had a complaint about that, which I understand, but it doesn't bother me. You know, it doesn't really bother me because it just action got to get there somehow.
Dina wakes up, and Ellie figures out she's pregnant.
Shut the fuck up.
It's The Last of Us, bro.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I knew that Isabella Merced's character was cooked when she's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant." It's always 100%. Pregnant women.
And also, she's Dina in this, and now she's Dina in The Last of Us show. Yeah,
pretty much.
Which is,
and even fucking Fede Alvarez was like, "Yeah, like I know, like."
Yeah, he's playing The Last of Us 2 as he was writing Romulus.
Yeah.
So,
goated.
That's definitely not obvious at all.
Fucking crazy as shit.
It's really cool though. But yeah, so Ellie finds out that Dina's pregnant. Dina wakes up with Lev there, and Dina's all like, "The fuck's going on?"
And then fucking. Oh yeah, also she has like a little X-ray thing that she got from the ship, and
sick effect.
Cool effect. It's
cool.
Fucking cool. And she sees the fucking chest burster, it fucking pops out, and she's like seizing, and she's like, "Don't let me die." I'm like, it's gotta happen, little bro.
Yeah, and Isabella Merced, incredible scream.
I know.
Holy shit.
Cast there are more horror movies for real.
Yeah, amazing. Also, little Xenomorph is still adorable.
I know, he's such a little guy.
I'm very happy that they don't just change it to something more freaky. Just keep it the way it is.
Just a little guy.
Just a little dude.
That fucking gets out and slithers away, goes somewhere, and they finally get onto the ship. They're like, "Oh shit, Lev's dead." Damn, I'm calling her fucking Lev now. Fuck.
Yes.
Just happened.
Yes.
But yeah. I'm blanking out what happens after that. I'm blanking.
Well, they have to find another way around because Lev.
That's right.
Kicks the
Like she
thing.
fucking kicked the thing, and like they crash landed onto the hangar. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they have to find another way around, and they're Andy, Ellie, and what's his name have to go through the facehugger shit. No.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nope.
That alien isolation moment.
Hell no. No. I had to look away a few times.
Nah, bro. I knew they were fucking. Dude, I know some shit was gonna happen because he's like explaining to them. He's like, yeah, don't fucking freak out, don't sweat, like just be chill, like good luck. And the doors open, and oh my god, it's all silent, and like they're all chittering and everything. They're just fucking there.
Fuck no.
And then Kay picks up the fucking thing, and she's like, oh, she's dead, help me. And then fucking
you see the
Tyler's
goosebumps.
He's goosebumps, and he's fucking sweating, and they're like, basically, is like, who the fuck is this?
Andy's like, run.
Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. And dude, they're fucking running fast as shit, and like the facehuggers are running fast as shit.
Yeah, hell.
And
no.
then Tyler throws a fucking flare. They fucking go to it, but they're like, man, fuck this flare, get their ass. And then Andy, being the fucking goat he is, he fucking presses the button, and Rain's like, you almost closed the door on him. He's like, but I didn't. I timed it perfectly. And he's like, come on, move. And then fucking they cuts back to the ship, and then that fucking wonderful shot of Isabel Merced's character just like walking through like the fucking pathway, and it's all like the orange is like flowing through the sides. That was really, really cool. And then fucking Bjorn is like, oh, I'm gonna fucking actually electrocute the thing, the alien nussy,
Jesus,
the Xeno nussy, and they fucking electrocutes it. And just like fucking other people in the fucking franchise, he walks up to the fucking cocoon, gets stabbed in the eye, and some of the acid dripping on him, and he fucking dies.
Have been waiting for that for so long.
And the way I stood up in the theater and I said, let's clap, everybody, and they cheered with joy.
Yeah, it's like they played with acid in the other ones, but like I wanted to see someone get fucking disintegrated. And like it's dripping, and there's like holes being like, I'm like, yeah.
And he actually explodes because it lands on his chest. It's like, hell yeah. So he fucking dies, and then like fucking oh my god, and the way the Xenomorph comes out of the cocoon head first, bro. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so crazy.
And Dina's like, the fuck?
And then she fucking falls to the floor. She falls to the floor. There's some tension there, like it's stalking her, and it takes the fucking bodies away. Fucking eats them and shit, whatever it does. And it goes to the door. They find Tyler and shit. And then fucking they're like, oh yeah, open the door. And then Andy's like, oh hell no. You see that motherfucker right there?
Yeah. Like, unfortunately, he's correct.
But yeah, I know. He's right. It's
tough.
And then fucking Isabel Merced's character gets taken away. And they're mad at him. They're like, why don't you open the door? Oh, blah, blah, blah. But I love the line. And they go to the elevator to like try to get out of there. They're in the fucking elevator, and Rain's like, why would you do that? And then he's like, what, leave someone? And it cuts back to her. That was so fucking good. That was so good. Such a good, dude, it's crazy. Oh man, that was nuts. So in the fucking they go to this like laboratory, and they find the fucking Promethean gene, and they're experimenting on rats, and shit's all fucked up in there, and things are getting out of hand and whatever. And you also have the scene with the aim assist gun. How'd you feel about that?
At first I was like, oh, that's a bit of a cop out. But then I realized that there's definitely fucking asshole dude bros on the internet that's like, oh, she's just a little skinny girl. How's she gonna handle a gun? How's she gonna handle the recoil of a gun? That doesn't make any sense. So like the fact that it's like, hey, here's a gun that basically shoots for you. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine actually.
Yeah. And so there's also a theory about Tyler working for Weyland-Yutani, which I believe that. Because, you know, he's like, oh yeah, how you know about this gun? It's like, oh, through video games and magazines. Like, nah, bro. He's working for Weyland-Yutani because also he knows about that shit too. He knows about the Nostromos like exploding and the wreckage. I knew about that. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, sure. I
agree.
I also, do you know the theory that's also probably canon, but also maybe not, that same universe as Blade Runner?
It's in the same universe as Blade Runner?
Yeah. And like the whatever corp that makes the robots in Blade Runner is a rival of Weyland.
I can see that.
It's in like there's like reference to in like some extra shit for Alien. So
I can see that.
It's definitely possible.
The motherfuckers do not want to go back to Earth, so I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's when we get the Prometheus shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hell
we get
yeah.
the Promethean gene, and it's like they're trying. Obviously, you know, they're trying to make the perfect specimen. That's the whole theme of the fucking franchise. And all that type of shit, whatever.
And he's like, we can't wait for human evolution anymore. We have to force it, essentially.
Speed up the process. So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. And so like whatever, you know,
wasn't expecting that, by the way. I thought they were fully gonna try to ignore it as much as possible, but nope, not at all.
Not at all, man. It was a really great inclusion of it.
Yeah, they managed to take one of the most hated parts of the franchise for some people. Some people love Prometheus, and
they fucking turn it into like
fucking
incorporate it into like a great movie in a great way. So yeah, obviously, whatever, they fucking go to this like little bunker. They find an elevator, and it's like literally just a fucking place for all the xenomorphs to fucking have their victims or whatever.
Yeah, and they were about to leave because they're like, yeah, we need to find another way. But then bro hears Dina.
Bro hears his sister. They fucking save her, and they're tending to her. But then a xenomorph is there, and then he notices it. And he's like, watch out! And then fucking he gets stabbed in the back, and they fucking carry him up, and he fucking just dies
got annihilated
in a crazy way.
Oh, there was also that guy in the face hugger scene that had his head carved out.
Yeah, that dude.
That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah! And so, you know, they fucking get onto the elevator or whatever.
Except like, Andy, because he's like malfunctioning and shit.
Yeah, he got malfunctioned, and so Rain and fucking Kay are in the elevator, and Rain's like, I'm not gonna leave this person, as you should. You shouldn't leave that motherfucker. And he's like, yeah, I want you to go to the ship, and we'll try to make it back there. They're there. They think they're fucking cooked. And, you know, Andy has his fucking great dad jokes. And he fucking makes a joke about gravity, and they use the gravity thing. And that's a fucking cool ass scene.
Well, before that, there's the scene where, they turn the anti-gravity thing on.
But also it comes back to Kay, and she takes the fucking Promethean gene.
Yeah. Dumbass.
Crazy. Hey, bro, she gotta do what she gotta do, man. She gotta do what she gotta do to live. It's fine.
Bro, the whole acid shit, awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I could see the writers like writing themselves in a corner, but like figuring out a solution to it. It's like, okay, well, why can't they just shoot their way out of it? Oh, well, they're on the bottom floor, and if they do, the acid burns through the hole, and they're fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, great stuff, great writing, and also just great sequence. All the acid swirling around. I'm having to navigate that. Very cool.
Very, very awesome. So yeah, fucking they fucking survived that. They survived that fucking wave of aliens or whatever. Xenomorphs. They go into the elevator thing, but there's no elevator right now, so they use a ladder. Oh no! The zero gravity's still on in the elevator because they go through that, and then I know there's some acid that leaks through the elevator door. So they're Andy gets fucking like lifted up, and as they're trying to go into it, Kay gets Kay, Rain, Ellie gets trapped by a xenomorph. Xenomorph's like, hell no.
She gets caught by the xenomorph.
Yeah.
Which was kind of crazy. But it's it's the alien that got zapped by Bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're part of this group? You're about to fucking die.
I know, right?
And the elevator just comes all the way down and fucking just shreds all the aliens except that one who hid.
Yeah, that one who hid. And then she as she's falling, she gets caught by the fucking xenomorph. And people are like, why didn't the xenomorph kill her? That's so super writing. I'm like, no. Because you saw the fucking face hugger. And the fucking point of xenomorph is that they're trying to make more of them. So he caught her for the face hugger. And that's when you have fucking Andy Goat over here fucking drops down with the gun, fucking shoots the fucking face hugger, and then he shoots the fucking xenomorph, and he says, get away from her, you bitch.
I hated that.
Fuck yeah. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, I hated that. I thought that was executed horribly.
Shut up. Fake ass fan. You probably like fucking AVP, don't you?
I thought it was bad. I thought it was just super unnecessary and just forced.
No, shut up.
Like maybe I don't know. It felt like maybe if he just said it, but it felt like, remember this? You remember the line, from Aliens, the movie? You get it? I didn't like it. I thought it was bad. It was the worst part of the movie. I'm not even kidding. But they escape.
They escape, and everything. It's not an alien movie unless an alien's on board, right? They think everything's fine and dandy. They're finna go to the planet or whatever, in cryo sleep, and Andy's like, something's up. Like he hears an alarm.
No. Wait, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Was there another alien?
No, there was not another alien.
Talk about
you're talking
about Dina?
I'm getting to that, nigga.
Well, yeah, fuck? but he's not the one that figured it out. She's like hooking her up and stuff, and she's about to go in, and then it's like beep 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 beep. He doesn't figure it out. He's like fucking plugged in.
He gets plugged in, but then because he does figure it out.
Well, because he gets woken up because she's already ran away because the thing's already out.
That's right. My fault.
Talk shit to me. Huh? Talk shit again. Come at me with that bullshit.
I have to.
But yeah, Dina gives birth. It's fucking disgusting.
I know. It's fucking large ass fucking cocoon egg.
Yeah. Ellie fucking just rips the umbilical cord.
Yep.
Gross.
And then the acid, it falls through the fucking floor. And then fucking, like, of course, Rain wants to go fucking
discard it.
Yeah. Wants to go fucking figure it out.
Yeah. And then like you see like the footprints on the thing, and I'm like
bigger and bigger.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening at this point? Because to be honest, when she was I thought the movie was over, and honestly I was a little disappointed. I was like, that's a little too similar to the older ones. But then it got to that point, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, there was that. And then fucking, oh my god, dude. Yeah, because fucking Andy gets woken up by it, and then he fucking wants to go check. He turns around. Oh my god, dude, that fucking thing is fucking crazy.
Fucking insane. I was like, what the fuck am I looking? And you see its face. I'm like, there's no fuck. I was like, this is so cool, but also so gross. And this is what I was alluding to earlier when we talked about Alien initially. It's so ingrained in pop culture and shit that I'm not scared of the xenomorph anymore. This thing though, freaky. I was like, hell no, bro. They managed to take like the engineer shit and the xenomorph shit and blend it in such a fucking weird and freaky ass way. I thought it was so well done.
Yep. It doesn't help that fucking it's an incest baby too. And you probably, and some people are like, why is it an incest baby? Well, Fede Alvarez, the director, confirmed that Bjorn is the baby daddy of Kay's baby.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty obvious once they met up again.
It was a little. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's kind of like,
you're
gross.
getting a little intimate there. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the Prometheus connection I was not expecting whatsoever, and them like name dropping Prometheus back in the lab was one thing, but actually creating a Prometheus, like an engineer-esque, alien-esque creature was fascinating. And like the black goo is presumably that pathogen, I think. But it was just such a freaky creature, and like it was just super well done. Also mostly practical. Dude is a 7'7" basketball player that played him insane. How it was just it was so well done. Obviously some of it was CG, but
yeah, super duper practical. I didn't notice that either until it was confirmed. The ending scene was also really, really cool too.
Which when they're hanging out of the ship? Yeah.
Like the fucking, she uses the egg and its acid to create a hole through the ship. And then fucking, of course she's hanging on by the cord. And then the fucking thing drops down. And she drops down too, but it's a fucking jump scare, bro. That shit was crazy.
That get you?
Yeah, it got me.
I'm surprised it didn't get me, which I don't know what happened. I feel like it should have.
Yeah, it must be fucking nice.
No, it's not a flex. I think maybe I like my brain shut off for like 2 seconds, and then it happened. And I was like, oh.
But yeah, that happened, and then fucking. I also just like love like I love how they included like the Astro Belt type shit, you know.
That was really smart.
And they fucking dropped the ship with that motherfucker on it.
Yeah. And then it ends like every other Alien movie.
Yep. People in cryopods and
flying off into space.
With a voice recording.
Yeah. I want a sequel so bad. I don't know if I want this continuation like with Kaylee Spaney. She's incredible, but I don't know if I want a repeat of Ripley and just forcing shit.
If we get a sequel, I just want it to be one with David, to be honest. If they do like, you know, Alien Romulus sequel, I'm fine with that too, but I just want one with David.
Bro is a David stan.
Yes.
Or if you like David so much, why don't you marry him?
No, because you'll just fucking you'll just fucking have a goddamn one of his sons come out of me.
Exactly. Bro's just doing freak experiments somewhere off in space.
I know.
Crazy. But yeah, that's the Alien franchise. Overall, mixed bag. But at least there's 3 guaranteed incredible fucking films.
Yep.
And then there's coming
mixed bag. I would say like two of them are like pretty bad, like in my opinion, which are 3 and Resurrection. Prometheus it's good, and Covenant's good too.
I'd say it's a pretty good strike rate. There's like 7, and like I'd say like 4 of them are good. I mean, that's better than half.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, did you watch anything this week other than Alien?
Let me check my handy dandy letterbox. Other than Alien movies, I don't even think I watched anything besides those. I also, did I talk about it last time?
Cuckoo?
No, yeah, I talked about Cuckoo. Nope, just Aliens.
Damn, you really did just watch it. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, because then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, I finished the Justice League cartoon, the original one, not Unlimited. Oh, Well, it was really good. it was really good. I'm still getting through Unlimited, but I still think it's mind blowing that Lois Lane does not know Clark is Superman. I think that's insane. I don't know how that hasn't happened, but well, yeah. Anyway, solid stuff going on to Unlimited. I also watched Stardust with Charlie Cox. Fucking fascinating film. It's not great, but it's like, how do I explain this? It's like not that good, but it's just a fascinating watch. You know what I mean? He doesn't know what I mean. He's lost. But it's interesting seeing Charlie Cox be a little weird British boy instead of sexy womanizer Matt Murdock. It's fascinating. Skinny Henry Cavill's in it and has the best performance from Robert De Niro. He's fantastic in it. Mark Strong is in it. He's really fun. And Michelle Pfeiffer is in it. She's decent, I guess. But yeah, definitely an interesting watch. I would recommend it. It's like it's the closest you'll get to a modern day Princess Bride. It's not as good as Princess Bride, but they just don't make movies like that anymore. And that's probably the last good one, probably. I also watched Hunt for the Wilder People, the Taika Waititi movie with little kid from Deadpool 2, has bro from Jurassic Park, also has the I'm just naming other movies that they've been in, but I don't know what their names are. The chick from Thor Ragnarok that's like the Grandmaster's right hand. Yeah, this is a really, really good movie. I'm not surprised because everyone says it's a good movie, but like, yeah, I thought it was incredible. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. The kid from Deadpool 2 who's in it, it's weird. He's literally the same character. It's like in Deadpool 2, they saw Hunt for the Wilder People and they were like, what if we just had that character in this movie? Literally, if it took place in the X-Men universe and the events of Hunt for the Wilder People didn't happen, it's a legitimate through line. It's the same character. it's the same character. It just in this movie, he just doesn't have fire powers. But yeah, fantastic movie. I would highly recommend this. It's on Netflix if you are interested. Unless it's not on Netflix, watch it not be on Netflix. Hunt for the Wilder People. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't on Netflix for a second. Oh my god, it's free on a bunch of stuff. It's free on Pluto, Crackle, Redbox, Plex. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that is all I watched. So is that the show?
It is the show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds. All one word. If you want to follow either one of us, or you can reach me at @Zenith_ on Twitter. Where can they reach you?
At Torn Guy on Instagram.
Amazing. We also have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our links for your additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later.